Hello. Hey. Hi, everybody. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Marilyn. Hi, chat. Oh my gosh,
Hey.
a lot of chatters tonight.
Yeah, this is great. Hi, everybody. So here we are, Eminem on the mic again. We're
Yes.
back. We're
Late night.
back. Yep, I'm excited about this. Yeah, so we
After
were
dark. Eminem
just
after dark.
yeah. Hey, I like that. Should add that next time. Yeah, so we were chatting about what we possibly would talk about. I mean, I don't think we ever have like a lack of things to talk about with each other, but yeah, there's been kind of a common thing in the chats and just with each other and just our lives. So something that is always kind of stays with us are body issues, chronic illness, pain,
Health.
trauma. Yeah, so we want to just be empowered, right? And talk
Yeah,
about it. And
yeah. I think there's a lot of there's a lot to be gained from sharing your story, like personally, like going through it again, gaining perspective by sharing it, even if it's just in a diary or a journal or whatever. But there's just also always, I've found, like, even if you think no one's listening, there's always going to be someone that hears like something that they relate to that they didn't expect to. So
right.
it's good to
Yeah,
share. Hello.
absolutely. I mean,
If you
the chats
feel
have
with it.
been kind of like a therapy session, everyone sharing. And if you're sharing in the chat with each other and you don't want me to pop it up, just let me know. But or if you really, really want your comment read, say comment or question. So we'll try to engage as much as we can, but also share. So I just want to say we can say hi to some people. Oh my goodness. Penny 5A. Hi, sweetie. So
Oh,
good to
hi,
see you.
Penny.
So good to see you. And we've
Hi,
got
Jennifer.
oh, yes, Jennifer.
Oh, wait, I
Those
wanna read off, oh, yeah, sweet
go
babies.
ahead.
But
I
speaking
think
of
we're
the
talking
sweet,
about
no, it's about
kitties.
the sweet babies. I wanna
Oh,
read off
yes.
all of Joel's babies' names.
Oh, Joel's.
Ranger, Lola, Maggie, Jeeves, Worcester, Winkin, and Blinkin. Oh, Winkin and
Nice.
Blinkin.
Those are the new ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
Blinkin. Alright.
I love it. They
Thanks,
do. They
Penny.
sound like rock star
They do.
names. They do. They do.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes,
So
Michelle looks gorgeous as always.
thank you. I went live earlier with my friend Julie from the anti MLM community. She's a fantastic consumer protection activist in Canada. And is, uh, she has a really fantastic YouTube channel that I actually think um, probably a lot of SPTV watchers may have already seen, but because she has she's she's interviewed Chris Shelton, um, and maybe just Chris, but she's talked to at least one ex Scientologist about like the culty, aspects of MLM and like manipulation used in that way and everything, and um she actually came from like uh, a background of not just MLM, but also like a coaching cult, like an
Oh,
MLM
really?
cult coaching group that was like supplemental to the MLM that she was in. So it was like this whole extra level, and she was like in the inner circle of that, and it was extremely culty. Um,
Yeah, they can be.
and so
Boy.
she's got a very, very she's got a cool heart. She's a sweetheart. Everyone would like her. So, anyway, earlier we talked about anti-MLM stuff and goings on in the FTC world on my channel. So, um,
Nice.
I was all made
Yes.
up for that. And then I
Oh,
was like,
yeah, you're so
"Hey,
cute.
you know what?"
I like when you're just like, "Oh, how about tonight?" I'm like, "You know what? Why not?" Right? Why
That's
not?
always
Let's
how it
do it.
is with me, and it drives most people crazy. So, like, that's how I know we really vibe. But
Yeah.
you're just like, "Okay."
Yeah, if I don't have a good result, I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, because we were talking
Uh,
about this week, and actually, I have a hard time thinking of like I'm always afraid things are gonna like come up, or you never know with three adult kids and all that. So I'm like, yeah, if I can just do it like within 24 hours, I'm usually good. Then this was
mhm.
within 24 hours. So hey, Cassie
Cassie was
Isaac,
on
good to see you.
me and Julie's live earlier, at least for a minute. I
Nice,
saw you in the chat, Cassie.
great
Thanks
to
for
see
stopping
you.
in.
Yeah. Oh, there's our friend Peggy.
Hi,
Good to see
Peggy. I
ya.
need to go back and watch Peggy's live from today. Oh my gosh, everyone's so active. But Peggy was live earlier with Ash, right?
Ash, yeah. Was that today or Jeez, it's been a
Was it?
long day. It was, I think. Yes, it was
Oh,
today. Yep.
you went
Yes,
live
about
with Ash today too, right? Yes, it
no,
was
not
today.
today. I didn't go. Okay, so Duncan and I went live about
Oh my gosh.
music and
Yeah, that's right.
manipulation and cults. Then Ash and Peggy went live, and then Ash went live later on by herself.
Yes, that
And
reminds me.
did
I loved that topic. I didn't get to stay for the whole thing. I have so much
Yeah, me either.
I have a growing list of like lives that I've been able to catch the beginning of and really want to go back and finish. Like,
Yeah.
I have no time to do
Hey,
this.
Sophia, good to see you. Oh my goodness, it must be really late where you are. We got
Where is she?
a lot of late people. I think she might be in Germany. Pretty
Oh,
sure, and
or maybe it's early.
Jennifer yeah, right, true. Jennifer's in the UK, so that's pretty late, it's like 3 in the morning, and, did you catch any
Mm.
of, my interview with Jennifer, Haidt oh,
Ego
Jennifer
next
made it
door.
anyways, yes, Ego Next Door, yes.
You
That
could
was
just say
really,
that.
really good.
I did,
Yes.
I caught, like,
Haichia, that's it.
just the end of it. I normally catch the beginning of things when I'm not able to watch all the way through, so, that's another one. I wanna know more
Yeah.
about what you guys were talking about that led to all the tears that I witnessed.
Oh, of course. Of course you have to I didn't cry up until then, I promise.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
just listening to her story, I finally was like, I couldn't take it anymore. I just started crying. But yeah, it was she has a channel and she does several videos, um, some
I think
about
I
her personal
subscribed,
story.
but
Yeah,
I'll
it's
double check.
at Ego Next Door. I think they even have a banner. I do.
We're doing
Her channel, Ego Next Door.
our I think it actually this is good, both to, like, say hi to everyone in the chat, but also, promote our friends at the beginning of our lives. Why not?
That's
Because
right.
that's what we're
Yeah.
trying to do, right? Build each other up
Build the community.
and
Yeah, we got
share, like,
Ash's
what
channel.
people are out there doing, like,
Yep.
maybe people don't know what, what Ash is, doing and all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. What was I
Yeah,
looking at?
she's doing a channel on Coercive Control, and she's going to be, broadcasting some of her That's So Effed Up. I don't know how close I don't know how far we are in the stream that I can say it, but her podcast is going to be, TSFU, live, so that's awesome, and she's talking about all different types of, high control groups, coercive control, healing, recovery, and she's great. She's just great to listen to, and, I'm just looking at I have your email,
Oh,
Michelle's
yeah, if
email,
anyone
life
um
after MLM.
Indeed. Oh, speaking of which, I keep wanting to check Patreon, but I'm not actually a patron anymore on Life After MLM because
Oh, really?
I'm broke. But your episode is supposed to be dropping for patrons today, if not.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's up for
it
patrons.
is?
So that means it's definitely
Oh.
coming out tomorrow morning for
Oh,
everyone.
that's awesome. So if,
So all the podcast feeds
yeah.
that get Life After MLM tomorrow should get your episode. So any Spotify, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I'm excited. I'm nervous, though. I'm like, I probably said, like, 3 billion ums,
And
and,
if
you
anyone
know,
really, really, really wants to go listen tonight, you have a few hours to get it early still by going to Roberta Blevins' Patreon and, you know,
alright.
checking her out there.
I might just do that because 'cause I'd like to support her anyways. Um, Yeah, so Roberta Blevins was the one of the big contributors to LuLaRich documentary
Yeah.
about the
Whistleblower.
MLM. Yes, big time whistleblower, and she was
We love
also
a
on her.
whistleblowing queen.
We do. She's a badass, and she is
Dead fart
hilarious.
leggings and all.
That's what my daughter calls her. And she was on Mike and Leah's Fair Game podcast. Oh, we got Janet. Hey, Janet from another planet. Great to see you. We've got
Janet's not from
destroying
TGAC?
another planet. You can make up your own. Destroying cults. Yes, we are all for that. We are all for
Mhm.
destroying cults. Um,
What we do every night.
Joel McCoyne, he's such a good friend. I love Joel. The interview with Jen was fantastic. It hit home with lots of us. Yeah.
I could tell even when I came
There's
into the chat, like everyone was just very emotional and connected.
Yeah, it definitely struck a chord with many because of the parental narcissistic abuse, the cult of one. In Jen's case, it was her father and her mother and her stepfather. So, yeah, very heartbreaking. But she is so strong, and she's newly out of this situation as far as having no contact. And I won't, spoil it so you can go back and listen to her story. But it's fairly new, and she made a podcast within a month or two, and it's really thriving. She has so much insight. She's a scholar. She has, I can't even remember how many degrees she has, and she's just very, very personable too. So the whole package. She's great. I can't say enough things.
Amazing.
It's just true.
Awesome.
It's just all true.
Well, I just
Yeah.
subscribed. I wasn't subscribed,
Oh,
but I
good.
just did.
Oh, good. Good.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
So another um this is this is totally changing the subject. So if you wanted
That's
to
okay.
say anything else.
No, I'm just saying hi to everybody and welcome. And we're gonna talk about, healing and chronic
And our
pain,
bodies,
body
yes.
images, and trauma. And
Exactly.
I
There's
think they
so much
kind of go
intersection.
together.
Yes, exactly, because
Yeah.
I feel like
But
it's a good I remember what I was gonna say, was that I've always found that the communities that, like, the community that I have been drawn to here, ha has been and not just here, actually, like, most of the communities that I have personally felt drawn to, I have found myself kind of surrounded by other people with like, similar or, in the same family of, like, chronic illnesses and, like, disabilities and stuff
yeah.
as me and my friends, and, like, um, it's taken me, like l it's taken me, like, learning about, like, cults and, like, more about trauma and, like, complex trauma to really piece together, like, why that is, and I think that, like, not only do, like, high control, high stress, traumatic, especially long-term situations, not only can they create disabilities and, create, lifelong, um, you know, complex trauma, physical trauma, um, but these communities are also I have found, a lot more compassionate and empathetic, and,
Mm.
that's also something that anyone with a, like, chronic pain, chronic illness would, I think, appreciate, so if that was kind of rambly, but,
Yeah.
like, I feel like I've always been kind of drawn to other people who get that, and it's kind of
Right.
almost difficult for me to relate to people who don't.
Yeah, no, I think I get what you're saying. I kind of been thinking about something similar as the fact that when we came into this community, it was the focus was more outward as far as being supportive, which it still is, and it's great, and it needs to still be as far as being support person in the chats and in the community for ex-Scientologists and for SBTV, right? But as I got to know people and I realized that we are so many people from different, never ends, was or ends, whatever, hopefully not still ends, although some people under the radar. There's so many empathic people, so many compassionate and kind people. And we started to get to know each other. And there's so many people that are suffering from their own traumas. Everybody's been out of something. Everybody has a story, and it is one of the common threads that I've seen is the pain trauma response, and chronic illnesses, chronic pain. I think that in my case, I kind of inflicted myself too, like just all of the things that I kept in, and it had to go somewhere. So I think it is a common thread, and there's a lot of people who are struggling with pain and disabilities and things. So here we are to talk about it, and
Yeah. At least
yeah,
to just, share that uh, by any stretch of the imagination, you're not alone if
right,
you're dealing with
right,
this kind of shit. That's why
yep.
that's why I want to share anything. So
Good evening.
the
Yeah,
body
just to hold
for
space, for each other.
is I haven't actually read this.
I haven't
Have
either.
you?
No, I'm not a big book reader, as you know. I mean, if it was on, I should see if it's on Audible,
It's been
because in that case,
recommended
I
to me
would.
so many times.
Me too. Mhm.
I'm bad. I've read so many books. I'm not bad. It's just like I haven't gotten to it.
I just started this one from Amanda. Haven't been in a cult, but found myself drawn to this community because I grew up with a high control, alcoholic, narcissistic father. Some similarities, absolutely. So
Yeah,
many have.
yeah, definitely relate.
Yep. Jennifer, I can relate to the narcissistic part. Yes. And Jen was just so brave in telling her story. And yeah, I think it is cathartic and healing to be able to share our stories. And I don't even want to bring this up, Michelle, because I will start getting emotional. But your song that you posted the other night about
Oh,
sharing your story, and
uh-huh.
it was so beautiful, and your
Thank
voice is
you.
beautiful, your soul is yeah, I was just so touched, really.
I'm gonna
It was
blush.
amazing.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you shared it. So if
Thanks.
anyone, we gotta put that link up or something.
Yeah, I don't have the link
It's
handy.
okay, we can find it before we end. Yes, Jennifer, it was beautiful. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Hi, sweet
Hey.
goth.
Hey, sweet God. Welcome, welcome. We want more music for Michelle. From Michelle. Absolutely. Yeah, so we got 2 so
Yeah,
far, one with Kelly. You sing a song? Yes, you did. Oh my goodness,
we got
Barbara's here.
receipts. We got receipts.
It was so cute.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Uh,
Barbara, great to see you. Yeah, so, yeah, and, anybody in the chat, if you, wanna share, I mean, we're just here for each other, and I think
yeah,
it's
for
something that
sure.
a lot of us can relate to. It's
Yeah, and I can share
something
a
I
little bit
struggle
about
with. Yeah,
mine.
go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Go
Um,
ahead.
I uh it, mm, it's like where do I begin? It's like, do you want to see my medical chart because it will take us 3 hours to get through
Right.
it. But it starts the chart starts in t- I don't even know what year it would have been, but I was 15 when I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which is a thyroid. It's an autoimmune disorder that primarily targets your thyroid and causes you to be super hyperthyroid. So it's just like overproducing thyroid hormone. um, and that like was the start of my that was the start that was the the first time that I like ever like had to like face the idea that I was going to be taking a mandatory medication for the rest of my life every day or I would die. And I was only
Mm,
15 and that was like kind of traumatic for me. So,
yeah.
there was that aspect of it. But then also Graves' disease will frequently come along hand in hand with thyroid eye disease, which is a rarer disorder that basically um, it causes like the antibodies that like the Graves' disease causes, they attack both your thyroid and like your eyes and like the muscles behind your eyes. So like
Mhm.
the cure to my Graves' disease was the removal of my thyroid, but the actual disease was this autoimmune disorder and it was still attacking my eyes. And so that kind of never stopped, and that's, like, a super, like, reductive way of explaining, thyroid eye disease, but in effect, it causes your eyes to, um, bulge and, like, be pushed forward, and look a lot bigger, and, um, something about, uh, like, my, uh the whole, like, appearance of my face, um, changing completely almost overnight at 15 years old was also a
Yeah,
little bit traumatic.
I bet. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a rough time.
Yeah, kind of wild. I probably have, like I could probably pull up pictures even, and, since then, I've actually had, um, multiple operations on my eyes, and I have, um done like not experimental, but like a new like intravenous therapy treatment that was like 6 months long. It was like kind of like going to chemo, like you got to sit in
Mm,
like the
right.
fancy room with the TV because you're going to be hooked up for 3 hours or whatever.
You are
Thank
beautiful, Michelle. I second that.
thank
Absolutely.
you.
Very beautiful.
It's like uh it's just like a very personal thing, it's like a very personal relationship a girl has with her appearance, you know?
Yep.
And if it doesn't match in the mirror what I know I look like, it
Mhm.
fucks me up. And that also kind of plays into like more body image issues that came along after that because like it wasn't too long later that, I struggled a lot with, bulimia, and, uh, so I have yeah, I mean, that was all in my teenage years, all of those things, so,
Yeah.
um, it started early, and then in my, uh, 20s, I just, drank and medically neglected myself, and then in my 30s I have gotten diagnosed with quite a few more things, but also am a lot more healthy. So there's that.
Yeah.
Just in the last few years, I have been diagnosed with fibro and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Um, I think that's it. But yeah.
Yeah, I can understand the fibromyalgia. I mean, I've always had weird, relationship with my body image. I look back now at pictures that when I remember feeling, like I was enormous and I'm like, "Geez, I wish I was that enormous now." But,
Right.
high school was awful. I was kinda up and down because, I was going through depression. I was being pretty much stifled. Like I wasn't able to go out and have fun normally, like normal kids do, like going to dances or prom or movies or roller skating, anything like that. So, excuse me. So I started to sneak around and smoke and drink and just kind of do some destructive things. One sec. Sorry. Mm. I had the heat blasting in my face. It's like so dry. Um so yeah, and then of course with the call, it was just looked down on to have, a normal body weight, even though Marlene, how I like to say her name any chance I get. She was sneaking food in her room and we were
Marlene.
yes, yes, we were decreasing and she was increasing somehow. Strange. But excuse me. When I had my kids and everything, like I always got the
She
baby
was
weight, got
sucking
it
the
right
life
down.
and fat out of you.
Yeah, everything. Everything. It's just insane. One sec, I just gotta get some more water. Ugh.
I should get some more water too, actually. Hey, Duncan. Your hubby's
Oh, there he
here.
is. Hi, sweetie. He's in the bathtub. Just so you know.
Nice. I
To
love a bath.
TMI, but um
Do you
yeah,
guys
I
have
got
like a decent sized bathtub though? Like I
yeah, it's
cannot
nice
take a
deep.
bath.
Yeah, it's like yeah,
Jealous.
it goes up to there.
I will literally go and like book a hotel room for a night in the city that I live in to go take a nice hot bath in a deep bathtub.
Oh, yeah, recently when we went away and you asked me about the bathtub, I think I actually took a picture of the bathtub. It was so puny. I was like, "Michelle would not wanna stay here." I totally did.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah, so, it was the body image coupled with, um, just having, trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma, and then, kind of going within myself and, like, almost, like, blaming myself for anything that was going on, like, when we all got the flu, and I was still in the cult then, and Marlene said it was because we were disobedient, and I was the only one that didn't recover. So this was like 2006, I think. So the internet was just starting to be accessible to me at least, and started going on and looking, and after 9 months of barely being able to get out of bed and just constantly in pain, I told my doctor, I said, I had been like a pincushion. They'd given me 4 Lyme disease tests, and they sent away for this thing called Western blot, which was, um, supposedly the most accurate Lyme disease test. I'm like, it's February. I got this in February. I never go in the woods. I'm not my husband. I'm not Duncan, and because he's always in the woods. This can't be. And then I finally started looking. Of course, when you go online, it's like, yeah, I thought I had a whole scroll worth of stuff, and then I finally said, I think I need to go see a rheumatologist, and when he did the pressure point test, and he sat me down, looked me in the eye, and he said, "I have one thing to say to you." He said, "I believe you." And I just started
Yeah.
bawling.
Yep,
You know what I
that'll do
mean?
it.
Because 9 months of feeling like I was crazy, of being told I have demons, of being told I had,
Oh
I'm just
man.
making it up. That yeah, so it was, it's been a rough road. They put me on different medications and I don't do well with a lot of them. I just have really weird side effects and gained weight and all that. But I've learned that my best coping strategy is to listen to my body. And I'm very, very fortunate that I have a very supportive husband, that my kids have been, very understanding, and they see me struggling. And it's not like, because I always have to fight with my own, like, I'm my worst critic and my worst enemy. It's like, oh, I don't want to be construed as lazy or lame or boring or not ambitious. So there's just so many labels and so many stigmas that you can put on yourself and also have from the outside world. So
Yeah.
it's been tough, but
And
I
it's
just want to
so
talk
important
about
though
it.
to have that
Yeah,
support system
it is.
that
Definitely.
understands. Or
Yeah.
even who is just willing to be like, I may not understand this, and that's okay. I'm here for you.
Yeah, exactly. And there is so much, you know, stigma in society about people, that are disabled or, otherly abled, that don't have the ability to roll up their, it's always like, just roll up your sleeves and get in, or pick yourself up by your bootstraps,
Yes.
and another thing I really struggle with is fatigue, is insomnia. It's hard because I have a hard time sleeping more than 4 or 5 hours without waking up with muscle spasms and pain,
Yeah.
and my mind's always racing. That whole thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I have CPTSD or what, but I do get the mind racing thing. I do, a lot of stuff. So yeah,
Yeah. You need to
I've
ask
just
someone about that.
yeah, I guess I've just learned to have like a new normal. Like I don't know. It's like if I
Yeah.
have to take a nap, like I hate that because it's like, sorry guys, I gotta take a nap. But the fact is I've only gotten 3 or 4 hours sleep the night before. So kind of do need one, you know. But it
Are
helps me
you
to reset.
you're familiar with spoon theory, right?
I've
S
heard you talk about it. That's it. But I'd love to hear about it
Oh,
again.
that's it. Oh, okay.
Yes. You gonna bring something up about it? Yeah,
Yeah,
do it.
sure.
Do it, do it. Marilyn, I'm not a doc, but pretty sure CPTSD.
Also
Yeah,
not a doc, but that's the only reason I'm not saying the same thing.
right. I don't know. Yeah, and there's the other thing too about the background I come from. It was like you weren't really allowed to have problems because if you had problems, you weren't giving it to God, right? So it was this thing where you would just like ignore the most obvious things. Um I don't know if it's a trend, and not just in cults. I think in abusive relationships of just not being able to acknowledge that you have limitations because it's all about doing the other person's
Oh,
bidding or will.
sorry. I
It's
accidentally
okay. Oh,
turned
I'm
on
a
this.
spoonie. Hey, Clearwater Cheryl, great to see ya.
Hey, fellow
Yeah.
Spoonie. My Instagram is actually Fallible Spoonie. I put it in my name. It's actually
Okay.
my LLC is under the name Spoonstop, so I'm all about spoon
Mhm.
theory. But I found a little video
Okay.
that it's like 5 minute, 4.5 minutes long. If y'all are down, you can all learn about spoon theory, and I can share it.
Sure. I just want to catch up with a couple of the comments, and then let's do it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Um, or spell slot theory. Is that similar? I'm not
I
sure.
don't get it.
All right, we can go back to it. Joel, comment. I can't help but think of that old saying, don't judge someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes. Yeah, you never know what they're going through. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If I've heard this before, well, you look fine, like this doesn't I can't see anything wrong with you, and I can't tell you how many times I've been told that, you know. Uh, Penny 5A, having small children, I often don't sleep through the night, and I've accepted the fact that I have to take naps. Yeah, you have to take
I
care of
feel you.
yourself. Hmm. Yeah.
Feel you.
Amanda, I had to go lurker mode. That's okay. I'll try to remember to uh, read the questions. Work back ends, but listening and supporting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do it. Play the video. I think that's what Barbara's saying.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, exactly, Barb. You look fine.
do
Yeah,
it.
you look fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you look
Um,
fine. You can't see the pain. Right, right.
yeah. You said you have fibro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I have
Um,
been diagnosed with. Yeah.
do
Yep.
you I don't know if this is common to I mean, I know that there's not really a common thread between every fibro experience, and that's one of the kind of issues with it.
I'm sorry. Well, you look like a bitch, Karen, but I'm not here to judge. I'll remember that one.
Um, yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay, go
But
ahead, honey. I'm sorry. Just some good comments.
no, it's okay. It's my ADHD now. What the fuck was I just saying?
Sorry. I'm so bad. I just get
Okay,
really
wait.
distracted. I must have it too.
No,
I'm
it's
like, "Oh,
okay.
good comment." The chat starts going. It's funny, it's like sometimes it's slow and then all of a sudden,
I know.
we're talking about
Oh my
Dungeons& and
god.
Dragons and everything. Oh, this is another one too. Why are
Oh,
you
I
tired?
remember. Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
play
It's
a
not like you're
video.
doing anything. Well, I was gonna ask you first if you, with your if you've ever experienced, allodynia, uh, which is like where your skin it just becomes very sensitive to pain. Not even like your
No, I don't.
skin, but just like all over your entire body. Like even like this shirt would be
Yes, totally.
extremely
Sensory.
painful on my
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Duncan, I feel so bad for him because, like, he's got these, like, big meaty man hands, and he does barely touches me and I'll jump, and even just the surface of
Mhm.
my skin, just even on my arm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel so bad, but I do.
Yeah,
It's really, really super sensitive.
I get it really bad in, like, some very specific places, one of them being my fingers, and, like, I literally ended up getting my wedding ring tattooed on because,
Oh,
like,
wow.
my ring was literally causing me and it was falling off, it was so loose, but it felt like someone had tied a fishing line around my finger and were pulling it tight because it
Yeah,
hurt
I've
that
had that
bad, and it was
sensation. Yep.
super loose, it was falling
Mhm.
off. Also, like, on the backs of my heels. So, like, if I'm laying down on my back and my feet are just, like, up, just having my feet lay on I have to have them propped up, they can't be touching anything, not even a sock
Mm,
or a blanket, it's horrible. So,
mm.
I was curious, I didn't know if if that's a super
Yeah,
common
my most
thing.
sensitive areas are, like, my torso, like, my waist, for some reason, the outside of my arms, like, right here, and that's usually where people touch you, you know? "Hi, how
Yeah.
you doing?" They pat you on the shoulder. Oh my god, and I jump because that fucking hurts so bad, it's awful. Yeah, and, I have osteoarthritis too, so I have got knee problems, and last night my hands were hurting, throbbing
Almost
quite
every
bad.
night, Cheryl.
Yeah,
All the
yeah, I have
fucking
that too.
time.
I've had to take breaks from crocheting because of it, yeah.
Okay, well,
But
I do wanna share
yeah,
this
yeah,
video. So
let's do that.
spoon theory, I have, I it was first introduced to me as, uh, as a way to, uh it was coined in reference to disability. But it has kind of been, used in to kind of expand it not expanded, like, officially or anything, but, like, people use it also to talk about, like, ADHD and, like, um, other mental, uh, depression. So, like, I'm having so many issues with words. I'm gonna just put the video on.
Yeah, good.
Share audio.
Spoon theory. But first, let's talk about chronic illness. Some people assume that someone with a chronic illness needs around the clock care at a medical facility. In reality, people who suffer from chronic illnesses are all around us just trying to live their best lives. According to the Center for Disease Control, around 6 in every 10 adults in the United States suffer from a chronic disease, and 4 in 10 adults suffer from at least two. Christine Massarandino has multiple chronic diseases and brilliantly introduced spoon theory to the world in her blog, butyoudon'tlook.sick.com, as a way to make the
We've heard
spoony
that.
lifestyle tangible to everyone. Spoon theory at its core is a metaphor for living life with a chronic illness, where spoons equal energy and effort. Every task and every decision is based on the number of spoons or the amount of energy required to complete it. Not every task is weighted equally. For many, taking a shower, doing hair, getting dressed, and especially a trip up or down the stairs costs so many spoons that by the time they are ready for the day, they've already spent almost half of their spoons. Each illness is different and each person is different. There is no one size fits all spoon equation. A major challenge for spoonies is that they never really know how many spoons they're going to get each day. External factors can tear away your spoons. Didn't sleep well? You wake up with less spoons. Is the weather bad? take away a few more. Basically, it's a gamble from day to day how many spoons you start out with. Living the spoony life means constantly calculating opportunity costs. Choosing some activities may mean excluding others. It's often impossible to do everything you want to do when you want to do it. Running out of spoons is costly. It results in mental fatigue where it feels like you're in a fog, can't think clearly, can't make decisions, and find it hard to remember the most basic information. The most disruptive and most common result of running out of spoons is complete and utter physical fatigue. It's not simply being tired, it's being completely debilitated. All of the willpower and motivation in the world can't get someone up those stairs, even if it's to go to bed. This type of empty spoons feeling isn't something that someone can get over quickly. They don't just take a nap or go to bed one night and wake up all better. This exhaustion can last for days, weeks, or even longer. Even worse, this can cause a flare-up in the chronic illness. This means that each day the person wakes up with less spoons and it costs double the spoons to do the same activities that they were doing before the flare-up. As you can imagine, that makes it twice as difficult to complete regular activities without running out of spoons. Being this exhausted and feeling this helpless takes a mental toll on a person. Remember that mental fatigue? It's not like you can simply read a book or do work from your bed. You can't focus. You can't pay attention. It's hard to process new information. Constantly having to rely on other people for basic things, having to turn down or cancel social plans, and being bored out of your mind because you can't do anything feels pretty terrible. Imagine how frustrating it is to sit there wanting to do something, but knowing that you can't. The unfortunate thing is that being anxious or depressed costs more spoons, which can set someone back even further. By now, you may be asking yourself how you can help the spoonie in your life. Simple. Start by recognizing that it's hard to ask for help. Spoonies may feel like they're a burden or that asking for help means that they're quitting. General statements like, call me if you need anything, only go so far. Be specific when offering help. If you're happy to give someone a ride, do their dishes, help with laundry, or cook a meal, say so. It's much easier to ask someone for something that they have already offered. Remind them that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Understand that just because someone seems fine doesn't mean that they are. Trust someone when they say that an activity is too much. Don't pressure a spoonie into spending more spoons than they have. They're the ones that are going to have to pay for it, not you. Educate yourself on their condition so that you better understand how they feel and what they're going through. You can also do this by asking the person. Learning about spoon theory is a great start. At the end of the day, love your spoonie for who they are, spoons and all.
Well,
Excellent. That was really,
Yeah.
really good. Got a lot out of that. Yeah. So what do you think, guys? People are saying
yeah.
it's a great video. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that pretty much summed it up.
short but simple. It really did. I was thinking about a lot of things. And honestly, with the holidays coming up, I have to, be honest and be a little more, asking for help because there's so
Mhm.
many traditions that I like to try to carry on. But it's like, guys, if you want these traditions, you're gonna have to jump in and help, And I have a lot of people coming to my house this year, but I said, I could host, but I really need help cooking and things like that because I don't have the energy. And honestly, what is that called? Cyber Monday is my friend now because I realize there's certain things, and I want to put that out to you, Michelle, and to the chat. Are there what are some of the things that you've had to what I call throw overboard or pare down in your life? And one of those things is those long mall shopping trips. I just can't do them anymore.
Oh,
And I used to work retail, so I just can't do those long mall shopping trips anymore.
ah. I'm like such a bad person to ask this question because I abuse the shit out of myself and just do
Overdo it,
everything.
right? Yeah, I get it.
And then I am completely debilitated in the way that Clearwater Cheryl was saying she was last week, and I just can't do anything at all. So, but I have
I
like
know how that feels,
promised
Cheryl.
myself that uh I have stopped taking on new projects, um, which is kind of I'm still like, tinkering with my own ideas and stuff like that. But anyone who knows anything about me knows that like 95% of my stress is self-created and comes from just like taking on projects everywhere. I just like have major ADHD and can't say no to myself, to
Got it. Yeah.
myself.
Right.
So
Yep.
I've got to tamp down on that, but also I think another way that I'm trying to deal with it is by focusing it, and, like, channeling it more
Yeah.
specifically instead of being kind of all over the place. I can't remember who I was talking to the other night or the other day about this, but, I like, my ADHD oh, no, I was talking about this at a wedding the other day. It wasn't any of y'all, it was in person. I actually left
Mhm.
the house this weekend. I went to a wedding
Really?
rehearsal and a wedding.
Alright.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that was a thing. Um
Yeah, we were talking about that, a little while ago, when, just maybe a couple weeks ago, now it's been a while, but about, the direction we're going with our channel and the content and, taking on projects and things, and
Mhm.
I remember, both kind of agreeing that, not to like I was getting into this rut of like committing too far ahead and being like every Monday or every this and now I'm just getting like while it feels good and I'm excited about it and it's something that I feel like is a direction I want to go in, that's fine, but I'm not going to commit to long term content for my channel because I want to be able to grow with it. And I also want to be able to take breaks if I want to. I don't want somebody waiting for me and being like, hey, you're not pulling your weight or you're not, you like not showing up on a certain time. So I'm just getting to where if I feel, like I was singing this
Mhm.
morning, every time I feel the spirit, it's like if I wake up and want to do a morning musings, fine. If I don't,
Oh,
it's okay.
just
It's
interrupt
okay.
you real quick to say, Sarah, I popped that in the chat.
Oh, perfect.
I actually put it in both chats, so
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I started that so that we wouldn't forget, not we wouldn't remember to, find that. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah,
perfect.
TMPP, man.
Oh,
I left
yeah,
the
what I
house on
was
Sunday. Mm,
made me pay the next day, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So that's, like, the whole, like, ADHD impulse to, like, take on new things and, like, I don't know, like, I I used to be really, really bad about just like I would waste a lot of money doing that kind of thing, and I would waste a lot of time doing that kind of thing. And I realized over time and like through therapy and actually being medicated and all kinds of fun stuff,
Mhm.
that like don't forget, I'm already forgotten. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Sorry.
Remember what? Fuck. What the
No, I
I
won't do
think
that
I'm out
again,
of
I'm
spoon.
sorry. I'll
I'm
stop
literally
popping
out of
things up.
spoons.
Well,
You
we don't
just
we
saw
don't
me
have to
run
go
out.
much longer.
No,
Oh, honey, okay.
it's okay.
We don't have
No,
to
it's
go
all
much
right.
longer. We're
But,
almost at an hour, so yeah.
um, I found that, like, with projects, if I can my problem mostly was that I learned just to take an example, I learned how to sew, and I immediately opened an Etsy store and started selling baby bummies, and then after a month, never wanted to look at a sewing machine again and put it in the basement and shut my store.
Mm,
And I mean, a few years later, I brought it back out and I did the same exact thing all over again and rebranded the same store and reopened it to sell masks during COVID. And then the exact same thing happened. And I realized that like I don't actually it's like turning it into something that has to be productive in some way
yes.
that ruins it.
Mhm. Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
um, I can actually just, like, learn how to sew and make a cute outfit and like perfect it. And that's probably going to be enough for me. Or like a
Right.
quilt, or, whatever the project is. Like, I mean, I already know how to sew. That was a bad example. But, I can just like, if I get the same kind of satisfaction, is what I'm saying, like out of actually just like seeing something through to its end, and then I can put it away and be happy about it, instead of like sewing.
Right, yeah. No, I totally understand, like, with my crocheting too, it was like I was always making,
You did. I
younger.
didn't see that, Sarah.
I did the same with sewing masks, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
it was like now I do it for fun, I do sell some things, but I, got to where I was like, I don't wanna be just making, utilitarian things. So I just make things that make me feel good. And if someone asks me to make them something and I don't feel like making, I was like, "Sorry, I don't make that." You know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make dishcloths and blankets and stuff unless I want to, you know?
Yep.
Like, "Sorry, that's not what I make." You know? It's gotta be an element of fun too,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'll get on something, and then it's the same thing that drove me into Beachbody, and that, opens a whole other can of body image worms body image
Yeah.
worms, gross.
I thought about that, but
But
I
body
thought
image
when we
worms.
were talking about that, I thought, "Oh, maybe I'll," and I was like, "That's for another day." And,
Yeah,
I know you had
we will have to talk about that. Like,
I
I know when
really
I brought
yeah.
up the bulimia, but that was like 10 years before I joined Beachbody and went into fucking, you know, um, what is it? Relapse.
Yeah. Mm.
On that. So
Sad
it's a
day.
whole other can of worms that would be fun to
You
open
still love me if
on
I was a
another
worm.
stream.
I love that.
Yes.
I think Janet said good night. Good night, Janet.
Well, I'm about to say
Thank
goodnight too, because holy crap, I
Okay.
think you all just saw my brain fry in real time. Oh wait, I want to say hi to
Yeah, take care of
I
yourself.
saw you here. Candy's life. Hi, honey. I just wanted to
Honey.
acknowledge you,
Yeah,
and y'all are amazing.
I'm awake, so I can stay a little bit longer. If you wanted to pop off and say goodnight, I can, wrap up and talk to some people and,
Oh, yeah. Jennifer, I would love that. Let's
yeah.
chat. Maybe we can
Oh,
all chat about
wow.
it, or you and I can
Beachbody.
hook up, whatever.
I know she was talking about
Or all
CrossFit.
of the above. Really?
Jennifer's talking about CrossFit and stuff, so yeah.
That would be fascinating to swap stories on. I was in Beachbody for 14 months, and they ripped me off of like 45 five $5,000 ish,
Oops.
4,500, somewhere
That's
between there,
insane.
4,600. Yeah, it was
Wow.
fucking bullshit. And anyway, I'm very, very much dedicated now to stopping them from doing that to other people, because that's fucking shitty. And we could really have used that money during that time.
Absolutely. That's insane, yeah. Yep,
And
just
it's
a
culty as
another
hell. I mean,
there you go. I was just gonna
that's how
say
they get you to
another
that's how they
example
get
of
you to
a
pay the money. Like that, I mean, it's all tied together. It's not two
mhm,
separate, issues with one industry. The reason that it's culty is because that's the only way that they're gonna keep anyone buying their shitty products and losing money selling them.
mm,
They've gotta
yeah.
manipulate ya. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
go.
honey. Okay, and I
I
guess
am
our
not
questions,
going to
I'll just
click
keep
end
this going.
stream. Last
No.
time I did that. Remember, I
And
think the last time we were on together, I was like, "All right, end stream."
it's okay. And I have it streamed into your channel. We'll just keep it going for the watch hours if you want.
Totally.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'll go through the
absolutely.
star questions and hang out for a little while longer. But yes,
Awesome. Thank
all
you.
right.
All right,
Thanks
well,
for
I
joining
love
me.
you, Marilyn. Have
Love
a
you too,
great
sweetheart.
night. Love you,
You
chat.
too.
Bye.
Night. Bye. All right. Oh boy. A little too close for comfort. Hi guys. Um, is this too bright? I'll lower the brightness a little bit. Hey, so here we are. Wasn't it great to see Michelle? It's been a while since we've been on together. Um, yes, culty as fuck, right? Those MLMs, right? Okay, Sedge tea, taking a bathroom break. That's okay. Be right back. Hey, Barbara. Hey, here we are. Yeah, so I've got some really sweet. I think you're talking about Michelle. Definitely. Definitely. Oh boy. Finally alone with you in the room. Here we are again. Although I had my hubby on with me today, talking about music and manipulation. And I think it was a good talk. I enjoyed it. All right. Um, Destroying cults. Okay, ladies, I gotta ask, when is the next werewolves? Maybe a Thanksgiving theme. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. So I'm not the one that organizes the games. That's Miss Kelly Copter, and I know she is planning some great things for the holidays. Probably another game and some really funny videos and stuff. I like a lot of fun stuff. So stay tuned for that, and that'll be awesome. Yeah, werewolves was really fun. Yeah. Sweet goth. I'll add some bad jokes to help lighten up the mood during that then and try to help. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, Barbara, I think you were talking about the how did I do that? I was trying to unstar the Graves disease. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask Michelle if it's rare or look it up. I'm not sure. I should have put him up before she popped off, but I forgot. I had these in the starred queue. Sweet goth. Disclaimer, we're not antibodies. We like bodies. We're not antibodies. I love it. That's great. See, I say antibodies. Duncan says antibodies. Um, Sedge tea. In Dungeons and Dragons, you get so many spells per day of varying levels of power. Doing dishes might use level 3 spell slot. Oh, brushing teeth might use level 1 spell slot. That makes sense. Yep, that does make sense. My hubby says, I love to catch a nap. Yes, we love our nap time at the old folks' home, we call it. Like our kids call it that. When I've hit the low energy point in the day and need a boost, even a few minutes or just flopping out without sleeping is restorative. Yeah. Today he's like, I'm gonna do a 20-minute flop. And I was like, is that like a 10-minute dance party? 10-second dance party? Yes. So he did a 20-minute flop on the bed. Yeah. And then he goes and hikes mountains and stuff. Yeah. In D&D rules, you have to take a long rest to restore them. Oh, wow. I'll have to ask my friend Em about that. That's Kelly's flatmate that has. I wish I had his banner. He has a channel about D&D. Yeah. Clearwater Cheryl. I look awesome, but I don't feel great. Fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, I can't even say it, even though I have it. That's probably why I can't say it. You get that brain fog and you can't talk. Is literally a pain in the arse. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain everywhere, isn't it? It's like, yeah, so hard when I was first going to the doctors and they'd be like, "Where's your pain?" I'm like, "Everywhere, literally everywhere." Pup Groomer 20. I've been told if you're really hurting that bad, how are you still doing this job? The same way I did when I broke my tailbone. You just push through it and do what you got to do. Yeah. Yep. Tabitha. Yay, I found you, Marilyn. Subbed and replay crew for me. Thank you, Tabitha, if you're still here. So glad to see you. And Duncan, makes a lot of sense. You can't do as much when you can't get a full charge and things wear you down like pain. Yeah. Yeah. Dunk has been really, really understanding, really supportive about that. And I'm very lucky for that. Sedge tea. I can't be in a big box store for more than 30 minutes. Yeah. Honestly, when I was younger, I used to love to shop. And now I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, like I can only handle so much. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through. Um, yeah, interesting comparison. M would be into that. Yeah, I thought about him right away. Yeah. So Mishi, the Tumblr post that explains it. Good. Yeah. The old folks home. Yeah. Yeah, Barbara, we have a few different of those like those groups on Messenger and Facebook Messenger. We have the old folks home, which is just us and our boys, because our boys, were living at home for a few years after my daughter got, left and got married. And we were the old folks home because I'd be like, I'd message them from the other room and be like, "Can you guys be quiet? It's nap time here," because Austin would have his electric guitar going and stuff in the next room. So he changed the name of our little four-way chat to the old folks home. And then the one we have with my daughter, with Haley, all five of us is dysfunctional family. So as a joke, because we're not dysfunctional. Well, yeah, we are. Yeah, so that's dysfunctional family. So we're the old folks home. So when some of the chats that we do, like the boys will message just us, me and Duncan, because Haley likes to weigh in on stuff. And it's like, if they don't want her bossing them around, they'll just message us, which is funny because we're the parents. Uh, Joel, oh, you're gonna make me cry, Joel. Another great stream, great topic, lots of info, big gold star. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dad. What a nice guy. Very encouraging. Joel, I saw you on Liz Ferris's stream tonight, encouraging her, and we're all very proud of her, and I'm really happy to see her doing so well. And I love the encouragement she's getting, and also, what you had to say was just really, really sweet. Really appreciated that. Yvonne, hey Yvonne, the bigger the store, the more radiation. Oh, like with the lights and stuff? I don't know much about that. Yikes. That's cute. Yeah, so let's talk about derp. Oh, jeez. You're gonna make me laugh my ass off again. How did you so yeah, Jennifer said something about something about derp yesterday, and I was telling her how my kids use that word. My youngest son Carter, and he had a rabbit named Derp. I can't remember if he was a Holland Lop or something, but he was a stud rabbit, and he fathered many, 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 many baby rabbits. And actually, where we live, there were a few people that wanted to have a stud rabbit to have baby bunnies for their females. So I forgot what they call those. But anyways, on more than one occasion, people came and dropped off their female rabbit, and Derp would do his Derp action. He would derp them, yeah, and give them back. Took not long, and Carter would get $10 $10 a shot. So it was the Derp stud rabbit farm. Yeah. So it was rent a Derp, and Jen asked me, so I hate to ask, but what happened to Derp? And I'm like, he derped. I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to say he died, but yeah, he died. He derped. RK Gold. Hey, hello, great to see you. If anyone's watching on Michelle's channel, she was here, but we were talking about energy. Talking about spoons and conserving your energy, about chronic pain and things like that. And she said, she was tired. She ran out of spoons, so I said, sure, I'll go rest, and I'll take it from here, and we'll wind down together and just talk about some things. I had some starred questions or comments that I already went through. So yeah, so this was just something I wanted to talk about because it seems to be a recurring theme. Marilyn's a pimp. Yes, we pimped out our rabbit. Well, Carter, he was probably about 12 at that point, and he was always, just doing little things, odd jobs for people and stuff like that. And that was a way to make money, was rent out, to pimp out his stud bunny. Yeah. I always say, it's good to have different, several income streams, and that was one of them. So yeah, so I think R.I.P. Derp. I know. He derped. We were laughing so hard. I was so afraid I was going to pee a little, honestly, guys, but I was okay. Hey, crisis anxiety. Hey, Brandy, great to see ya. Good to see you, honey. Carter was the pimp, yeah, then, yeah. Yeah, and he was proud of it. He likes to be a badass. He likes to, you know, do it up and say things that he thinks is gonna get a rise out of me, but then I just laugh and joke around with him, and he's like, "Oh, mom," so funny. Like, he'll just be singing, like, a dirty song or something, and back in the day, it took me a while to get less churchy after I left the cult, but now I just, go along with them, so oh, nice to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Yeah, so, I was starting to say that there was, a recurring theme in some of the chats and even on Messenger about a lot of people in our community that were primarily women, but that were struggling with chronic illness, a- in a lot of cases, possibly tied to past trauma. A lot of autoimmune diseases or conditions, um, like just other disabilities, and so I just thought we could just talk about it and ways that we can support each other, and also ways that we cope, because I think it really helps me to hear your input, and I love that you support each other in the chats. So it's just also, just like I ask you guys often, like, what are some of your outlets? Like, what are some of the things you do to relax? Like, for me, it's crocheting, and other things too. But I think ways that I try to cope with my pain. I take a little ibuprofen here and there. I'm not on the heavier medications anymore, but I do things like just like obviously rest. Um, like just like lotions help, just like being more aware of things that do wear me down. My puppies help, I gotta say. They ease pain, they really do. I mean, I tell you, just holding a little bundle, sometimes it'll just relax me so much that it'll take away some of the tension and some of the pain that I'm feeling. So I just wanted to put that out to you guys. What are some of your stress relievers, or what are some of the things that you do to relieve, some of your pain, right? So animals definitely ease pain. They really do. They really, really do. Yeah. Pups and kitties are the healers. Totally. Totally. Oh my goodness. 4 a.m. Go to sleep, honey. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Amanda, I knit like a crazy lady. Yes. I wish I could knit. Oh, by the way, I didn't put the link in the description this time, but you can find it on my channel. There's like a store tab. I You'd be proud of me. Kelly was proud of me. I actually made someone had requested, instead of the crochet is cool bag, I made a knitting is cool. Not as nice as I think, Kelly liked it, but I said, "Oh, it's not as nice as your design, but it's, very similar. Knitting is cool." And I made a mama bear mug because people have been requesting that. So I can maybe show you guys that, but that's just another recurring theme that we talk about is the mama bear instinct, and a lot of us mamas out there, and I kind of feel that for you guys. Like I do feel very protective, and want to make sure you're okay. So as you've become my friends. um, oh, good night, Joel. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Good night, Joel. Oh, that was about 5 minutes ago. May you be well, stay safe, and have happiness. What a sweetheart. What a nice man. Knit like a crazy lady. Yep. Animals ease pain. Aaron S. I have pain 24/7. I'm so sorry. I know how you feel. I really do. I use weed, my dog, mindfulness, painting, music, podcasts, The Sims, etc. Yeah. Those are all great things. I I have tried edibles a few times and they do seem to help, but I have to like make sure that I take it at night right before I'm going to go to bed. But I don't know, guys. I if it's just my mind, like if I'm just like can't quiet my mind down because tend to get like a little like paranoid. So I don't know, but it does. I think it does help with the pain. I don't like to smoke it because I cough a lot, even though I smoke cigarettes. But yeah, I maybe a certain strains. People have told me certain strains make you, you know, paranoid, or some don't. So I also feel like I can't function. So I don't like the feeling of not being in control of my mind. Maybe that's um, a part of taking your mind back from mind control is you don't want to. Although I do like to have a drink here and there. So I don't know. I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. Tampa Bay man. I'm a crazy cat lady that paints. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hearts too. Hearts too. I don't have that thing that makes hearts come out. Kelly does when I'm talking to her on the phone, and she goes like that, and the hearts come out, and she says goodbye, and then she goes like, I think it's like that, then balloons come up. So she'll be talking about something like really serious, and then like balloons will come up, and I'm like, yay, party time! I love it. Thanks, Mom. You're welcome. Now make sure you take your vitamins, brush your teeth, definitely. Yeah, it's easy for me to mother everybody else to death, but guess we got to mother ourselves sometimes too, right? Yeah, animals are the best. Yeah, that's the thing that right came right up in my mind when I was talking about that is some things that help relax you, ease your pain. Yeah, take less. You're talking about edible. Yeah, I took like last time I did, I took like a half of a small gummy, and that did help. Yeah, pup groomer. I crochet, diamond paint, now editing for my channel. Nice. Studying for the courses I'm currently taking. Awesome. Awesome. I always cough with my vape CBD pen. Yeah. Yeah, anything like that like yeah, me too. Punching bag. There you go. I don't know, that would hurt me. But yeah, maybe another way to get out my aggressions instead of on people. Yeah. All right. Um, Sorry guys, I'm trying to get thing. Oh, okay. Training my new dog for her to be my new service dog. Oh, wow. Wow. Awesome. The most incredible thing for me is being with my kids. Yeah. My son, oh, Carter, I was just talking about him. He came by tonight. It was just great to see him. And I was like, going up and squishing him, and he's just used to it. He just takes it now. You know, he used to kind of be like, "Mom, you're a little bit too much," but he hasn't seen me for a while because the boys had COVID a couple weeks ago, so I haven't seen them much since then. So it was so nice to see him, and it was great that Apollo. Well, Rocky pretty much goes up to everybody, but Apollo recognized him right away, and he didn't act crazy like he does sometimes when somebody he doesn't know comes in. Yep. Um, Aaron asks, usually use dry flower vape through a bong. Oh, it's really nice and it's easier on my lungs. I can also microdose and keep myself at whatever level I want to be at. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So you don't have that like, right? Yeah. Yeah. Dance very slow. Oh, sing loud. Yeah, I love these. I love these. Love these. Dance very slow. Yeah. My knee's been bothering me lately. I'm actually going to the doctor tomorrow. I have a physical, so I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll see. Fancy face. Hey, fancy face. Sing loudly. That's right. Yeah. Oh, Cat ACDC fan. Hey there. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Just joined in. I don't have any words of wisdom. That's okay. But positive healing thoughts to everyone. Well, that's wise anyways. Thank you so much. Great to see you. And thanks for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. And then we've got Aaron. Oh, Candy, I see you, honey. Will someone confirm that my messages are being seen? Yeah, I see you. Sorry about that. I don't know. Did I miss one? I don't see you, but I see you now. I don't see the earlier ones. Yeah. Rate it again if you want. Oh, hey, Candy. See, people are seeing you. Jen, I want a sausage dog named Panini. I love it. I love it. Love it. I hope I get a dog over the next years, but still have to find a place to live, be in an okay financial situation. I already have a name. So Panini. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah. Was that about my doctor? Thank you. I'm gonna have the usual of, having to get on the scale and they're probably gonna send me down for blood work. And my daughter's working a little bit far away now, so I can't have her. Well, I could have her do my blood, but it's a very, you know, arduous to get it there. So yeah, I gotta have my blood work done. Gotta ask her about my knee and other aches and pains and ailments. And I know I'm a lot. So yeah, she's probably gonna yell at me about smoking and my weight and stuff like that. She doesn't yell. She doesn't yell at me. I yell at myself. So that's gonna be, you know, really, really fun. Not, but I gotta go. Gotta bite the bullet. Oh, thanks again, my beautiful friend. Great to see you, Candy. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yeah, so we've been through. If you're just coming in, Michelle was here, Michelle Carpenter, and she played a short video. It's about 5 minutes about spoon theory, and just to summarize it, probably I'm not very good at summarizing things, but it's a theory of when you suffer from a chronic illness, trauma. Uh, I would add chronic fatigue, low energy, and you only have so much energy each day, and how you expend your energy is going to be like spoons, right? Taking so many spoons, and Michelle was getting tired while we were talking, and she had expended her spoons for the day. So I was like, well, go rest, and out of spoons, so you're forked, right? So out of spoons, you're forked, right? Yeah. And I totally understand that. And it's been hard for me to come to grips with not only recognizing it for myself and admitting it to myself, but to other people. Like, hey guys, I can only handle so much, as I was just talking about some things that I like to do to help conserve my energy and or relax, refresh, and talking about petting my dogs. That really does help. But also some things that I avoid, like long-term commitments of even YouTube stuff, collaborations. I'm like, let's see how it goes. And also, things like long shopping trips. Those are tough for me. So oh, Pup Groomer 20. I lost my 17-year-old Doxy in September. I was back to not sleeping again. So in early October, I went to the shelter and fostered this dog, signed the formal adoption papers, and now on November 1st, her name is Mona. Oh, I love that. Mona. That's a beautiful name. Like Mona Lisa. Glad you have Mona now. Yeah. Yeah, we talk a lot about our fur babies on here, don't we? And I love it. I love it, love it. Yeah. So, all right. So while I'm winding down, you guys want to wait a second and I'll go grab Rocky. I don't know if you've all seen him. Um, I would get Apollo, but Apollo's a little bit jumpy. But yeah, let me know if you want me to go grab him. Because I could use a little Rocky squeeze right now, and we can say goodnight. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, just hang in there, guys. Oh, thank you. I forgot I muted. Yeah, this is Rock. Say hi, everybody. So he's 4 months old, and I don't know. I know that Duncan weighed, honey, if you're in the chat, he weighed Paulo today. Paulo's almost 15 pounds. This guy, I would probably estimate him. What is he, about 4 or 5 pounds now, honey? Yeah, so here he is. It's a sweetie. Say hi. Yeah, he's just a sweetie pie. I love how he has tan paws, and then he has like little gray streaks. Say hi. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Oh, he's a little sleepy. Yeah, there's my baby. And we'll have to show you Apollo at some point too. He's getting lighter. Like my camera's pretty dark, so he looks a little bit darker on camera than he is. Yeah, do you want a kissy? Yes. You say hi to everybody. I feel like Reese, like, do you know you were born next to the Lord in a little manger? Something about these fur babies. They really do um, give you a lot of love and a lot of uh, the full hour, please. Oh, say hi. Say hi, everybody. I was talking to Kelly about doing an intro and 15-2 for Apollo, not sure about Rocky. In this corner is Rocky weighing in at 5 pounds. And yeah, Apollo is in that corner, Apollo Creed. Yeah, good boy. Yes. Sorry, he wants to lay on my you want to lay up on my chest? All right, there we go. Yeah, so oh, isn't he precious? Jen is like, I'm melting. You're going crazy. I know. I wish I could ship you one because he has some cute cousins. Yeah. Aw, take him out on a play date. Yeah. I really love this dog. Yes. He's a good boy. But yeah, Kelly was saying we should he does this thing where he has his like little boxing gloves and he goes like this. And she said we're gonna probably work on some type of intro for my channel finally. And she said the way he wants hugs, yeah, she's very cuddly. Yeah. Um that she wants to put him in the intro. And I was like, yes. Maybe we can even get Apollo to make an appearance in the intro. Yeah. Help. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Barbara. Lucky dog. I'm so lucky. Yeah. Yeah. He's a sweetie. All right, guys, what do you think? I'm gonna put you back in bed. Maybe we'll cuddle on the couch for a while. Yeah, so this was a great talk. And thank you for being here. And Rocky says good night. I never saw Apollo. Yeah, I don't know if I can even chase and catch him, but next time, how do you not hold him constantly? I know. I know. And Apollo gets jealous too. So I have to sometimes take turns, but I play with them both all the time. They like to Rocky is really rambunctious, and he'll take toys right out of Apollo's hands, and Apollo will let him. He's very gentle with him. He's just very sweet with him. But I put Mona in the intro to my videos. Nice. And Doxy and Snozzer on the ending screen. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, he's sleepy. He's a sleepy boy. Sometimes I bring him out and he's uh trying to get out of my arms, but all right, everybody, have a great night. I feel like I got to tell you guys, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be on, but definitely have some plans with Doug later in the week. I'm doing a stream with our friend Peggy, Happy Chaos Peggy. We're doing something. Speaking of body image and things like that, we're going to talk about a fairly recent, it was within the last few years, The Way Down, which is about Gwen Shamblin. There was a documentary and also a movie, but the documentary was on HBO. There's a movie about it. I'm not sure where that came out, but we're going to talk about her cult. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. I think it'll be sometime Friday. I think 11 a.m. So, all right, everyone. Good night. Great to see you tonight, and thank you for joining us. And Rocky says. Rocky says good night. Bye, everybody. Bye.